Hey there! Today I want to show you how to be a bug hunter. There are a lot of different bugs that could happen. But if you stay calm and use the right tools, you can fix them easily. So first, everything that's an error or something else shows up in our console. If you don't see the console, you can get it under Window, General, Console. In the console, you can hide and show different types of errors. The important ones are always red. Yellow and white you can mostly ignore. So if an error shows up, you can see a message in which file and on which line of code the error appears. If you double click the message, Unity will bring you right to the line. And here, if you have a proper IDE, the IDE will mark you the error as well. So in this case, we just missed the semicolon. This double click jump works for the most compile errors. Here for example we have a variable that does not exist. If you double click it, we jump right to the line and we can see that we have a typo. If you are using Visual Studio, you can hover over the error and get some suggestions for fixes. For this, we can use the fix typo, and the instance will be changed to small letters. If you save and go back to Unity, Unity will automatically recompile and the error should disappear. But there are also tricky errors. For this, for example, we have a typo or namespace error. If we double click, we jump to the end of the file. But here everything looks fine. So we scroll a bit up and check all the braces and brackets. So this one looks suspicious. If we mark it and scroll up a bit, we see that this brace is the end of our class. But that's too early. So we can delete that. Actually, let me show you another trick here. If you hit Ctrl K and Ctrl D, Visual Studio will format the code for you. And with an error, the formatting will maybe fail where the error first happens, like here. So if we remove the brace and format again, everything looks more likable. So that was the easy part. Now some more complex errors. Sometimes the errors first shows up when you are in the play mode. That's why it is important that you always test your game often. So if you single click on this error, you can see the call stack of the error. So it goes from bottom to top. You can click both lines, but mostly it's the top one where the error happens because it's the last line that has been processed. But in this case, it's not the line where Unity leads us. It's one stack down, because we have a null reference error on our enemy spawn helper. And this happens because the awake method was not called, because we have a typo again. Unity only calls awake methods with a capital A. You can check this when you hover the method and the Unity description appears. So finally, the big boss. Here we have so many errors in one file that there has to be a general problem. It also says that we are missing a directive or an assembly. So the first thing you can check here is if the editor is right. So go to Edit, Preferences, and then External Tools. Here it should be Visual Studio or any other C# IDE. Here you can also try to regenerate the project files. If that not fixes your problem, go to your file where the error happens. And here check for your using statements. Or you can hover the error and get potential fixes. Here we are missing the using Unity engine. So fix that. But we have another error with our list object. So again, show the fixes and insert the using system collections generic. So simple as that. Errors are easy to fix when you know where to search. So I hope you learned something new today. Subscribe to watch more tutorials and I'm sure I'll see you in the next.